welcome everybody and welcome Laura. Laura, if you don't mind, just go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience for Tales from the Trails.
Well, thank you for having me. Again, my name is Laura. I am a manager over at Blue Collar Pet Transport.
Awesome. Here at Band Jackson, specifically on this podcast, we believe that all businesses and organizations provide some value to society. And what I love about you guys is your value proposition. So tell us a little bit about Blue Collar Pet Transport. What do you guys do?
Yeah, we transport pets. And as strange as that may sound to a lot of people, they're like, oh my gosh, that's a whole business. It is a whole entire business. And what we've really done was focused and grown this into a corporate business where we can have real good values and a good solid training and all the extra tools. So our little motto is pretty much that we'd like to make sure that every pet transported, it happens stress-free, comfortably as possible.
Stress-free and as comfortably as possible. And I love that. And there's a whole bunch of different angles we can go into there. But I think the first thing that you said is people are surprised that, oh, wow, that's a whole business. But that's what a good sort of business is, serving a real need that people have that maybe we're not equipped to handle on an everyday basis. But everybody that has a pet realizes that this is a problem that you could face, right? If you have to get it somewhere. Yeah. Can you give us some examples? Is there a particular group of people? Is this normal pet owners that are moving? Maybe they're moving across the country, or is it a specific circumstance where people might want to transport their pets?
Yeah, so I mean, we really have found over the last few years that it really varies from military, which is super important. They get their PCS orders and they have to move and they have to bring their furry family members with them. You have people who are just purchasing pets for the first time that may not be local to them, so they need them transported to them. We have our snowbirds, our regulars, who go back and forth from like the northern states down to the good old Florida. There's so many different reasons, so many different uses for pet transport, but really what it comes down to is hiring a professional to handle pets and know how to handle pets on the road.
Wow, that's really interesting. Do you guys have like limits on what type of pets can be transported? Is it only gerbils or?
No, so per the USDA, which is the United States Department of Agriculture, they actually have set of rules and regulations of what you can transport and how you transport them. And there's different stages and licenses that you can carry to make sure you're doing that correctly and properly. So we do carry the top license, Class T licensing, which does allow us to transport all types of animals with the secure case that we know how to and agree to do it properly, of course.
Okay,
So
wow. Okay.
gerbils to we've done horses, the strangest things like donkeys and potbelly pigs. So A to Z, we definitely take care of it.
Wow, cool. Okay, so in the pet transportation space, there may be companies that only handle the smaller animals, but you guys, like you said, have the Class T license. You can do everything from horses and donkeys to gerbils.
Yep.
So cool. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so shifting gears a little bit, as we Banjax are a Salesforce company, this is Tales from the Trails. So we want to understand what value businesses are providing, but then how have they tried to use Salesforce to accomplish that? And we don't really like to hold back. If there's some shortcomings, we want to talk about those. And often we see people start the process and maybe they have one capability when they start, but then over time they gain capability. So let's go into that journey. So what did you guys start using Salesforce for, and what was that like?
First and foremost, love my Banjax team so much. It's so important to have somebody that you can connect with and get together and like bounce ideas off of. So love my guys.
Great to
Besides
hear
that,
that.
yes, Salesforce. We did not have Salesforce when we started. We started what we thought was a smaller company and we boomed and grew and leads got super unmanageable and we were trying to figure out how to organize them. And I met up with a Salesforce person, a sales rep there, Steven, and he really showed us how to use it as a CRM, which is what we purchased it for. So used it as a CRM just so we can have some organization to our leads, which was huge, right? the return on investment when you have organization to your lead, you're not losing leads, you're not taking care of leads, all the things like that makes such a big difference for your company and for any company. Now, once we got into Salesforce, we realized the array of services that you can actually do and use in there. And it's been just fun since then, right? So it's like, what else can we do in Salesforce? Instead of having 5 to 6 computer programs up on our computers and everyone learning different stuff, it's like we've slowly started consolidate everything into Salesforce, which has been super fun and exciting and making life so much easier. So yeah, we've developed our payment system within Salesforce. So now we can take payment right on the same screen. We're not bouncing around through other things. We are setting up AWS, which is the voice making calls through the system. And we're even moving into their field service, which is a routing software, which is obviously important for a transport company.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That is awesome to hear, because we often find ourselves in situations where someone has adopted Salesforce for a small reason, a small use case, and
Yep.
then they realize they can build onto it. And you said that your first goal was just to provide some organization for your leads.
Yeah, big time.
But then after that, you have integrated into your payment system. You have moved into AWS and looking at voice making calls through Salesforce. And now you're looking at their field service, which is going to help with logistics of transporting the pets. So it's starting to swallow up all the other side softwares and Excel sheets and stuff that you probably used to use.
So many Excel sheets.
So many Excel sheets. And now you don't need as many Excel sheets. That is a great story. And I think it is representative of what people can do on Salesforce.